Yeah, fuck that.
Well, since I'm obviously not going outside, I figured why not on the last day of January go over my favorite songs and projects of January 2023. This is in no particular order. This is really just in the order I found them, starting with the first one, On Guard by Portraits of Tracy.
Just say, on God, got him screaming, ain't no fucking way.
This is someone I know pretty personally, and it's this really cool booming hip-hop track with abrasive lyrics and the energy to match it, but it also has this really cool like melodic, angelic, heavenly chorus that I mainly know Portraits of Tracy for. This rap song was like a really nice change of pace from what he normally puts out, because it's normally like smoother R&B poppy stuff. You know, he just came in to remind y'all that he doesn't give a fuck about what you think and that it's gonna make some great fucking music. The next song I want to talk about is from a close friend of mine, Iggy Madison, Limb from Limb.
For someone who is not my kin.
With her, ambient alias, Ilya 3, who has an album coming out as of recording this video tonight. It is like an art pop song with like a dope ambient outro. Really cool. I tear myself limb from limb for someone who is not my kin is constantly stuck in my head, and I'm constantly replaying that song. So it's a great song. I'd say go check it out if you like weird artsy music. It's gonna be for you. The next song is probably my favorite song that I've heard this year, Bully by New Rome. It was a band that was put on to me by a friend. Shout out to George. It's an incredibly powerful and loud rock song with the vocal delivery of a fucking warrior. This song feels like a battle cry. Like you're about to go and rip some people's heads off and shoot them in the face, but you gotta listen to this first. This shit is nuts. Seeing this live, I think would elevate it to a crazy extreme, but I think they're from Ireland and I don't fucking live in Ireland, so go check it out if you love heavy rock music. Next song is Mixed Signals by Dom the Composer.
So stop sending mixed signals. Stop.
I have no idea how I found this song. They're a very small artist that I knew nothing about, but it's like a feel-good Aloe Black-esque, like radio-friendly pop R&B song. Really catchy melodies, really catchy chorus. I'd say go check it out if you're just in a good mood. The next song is Dorothy Thines, I think that's how you pronounce it, by Asian Glow. It's an art rock song with some drum and bass and string section elements. I think the two words that would describe this the best is beautiful obscurity. It is a pretty long song. I think it's like 5 minutes, 56 seconds. And it's so beautiful. It just paints this vivid picture in your mind. And the cover is really simple, but it's also really beautiful as well. But it's also just like weird, right? But beautiful and weird combine on this song so well. Asian Glow is pretty popular. I don't know a whole lot about them. I've only listened to like the projects with like Weather Day and the Blade cover, but from what I've heard, they're really good. The next song is Personality Ransacked by Puzzle. Now, I'm gonna get into more of the project side here, even though that is a song. And same thing with Expose by New Rome, which is New Rome's EP. The Rotten Opera by Puzzle is my second favorite album of the year. And if I had to pick one song, I would pick Love is a Place to Hide, but that came out as a single last year in November. Personality Ransack is my second favorite, so it'd be my favorite song that came out this year. It is like a sample-based, hypnagogic trip-hop song that has a lot of like chaotic energy, but it's fun chaos. It's not like some super loud and like screaming chaos. I'd say go check it out if you like The Garden, because Puzzle is shit. I don't know if I'm gonna remember his name. I want to say Heath Ledger because that's how their name looks. Fuck it, Heath Ledger from Puzzle. I'll put on the screen the actual person's name. It's like something like Fletcher or something, but it's that person's like solo trip hop, abstract hip hop pop, like solo work. And I like it a lot more than The Garden, but I would say if you like The Garden, definitely check it out. And the next song is I Lost You by Lil Playa. I don't know exactly what genre this is. Lil Playa usually makes like summers, autumn, can type music that I don't really like, but Lil Playa is my favorite artist from that genre just because he does so much with it. The song, I don't remember what it's called. It came out last year. I'll put what it's called somewhere on the screen, but that was a really good song because it took that genre and really honed in on the drum and bass side of things and had that classic, slow and reverb thing at the end. And that song was super fun, but I think this is probably his most polished and best. If I had to give it a genre, I'd say maybe super slow and relaxed, like R&B or just alternative, I guess. It's not a weird song. It's just super chill, super relaxing, and super hypnotic vocally. And I love it, and there's a music video to accompany it if you want to go check that out. My next favorite song on here of January 2023 is Fuck the World by Dreamer Isioma. If I pronounced that wrong, fuck me, I guess. But wow, this song is crazy. It has very like Doja Cat, Erykah Badu energy to it. Very powerful. I love the song. I'm going to be seeing them live at Kilby Block Party in Salt Lake in May, and it is going to be incredible. Super talented artist. This is my favorite song I've heard by them, and I think you should definitely go check it out if you like Doja Cat and Erykah Badu. Next song is LimeWired Love by Friday or Bust. This is a close friend of mine. He was on my album Voice Actor, and I've worked with him since on one of his songs. And he primarily uses SoundCloud, so it's harder for stuff to like get out there, but he did upload this track to streaming services. I came out this month and I think it's absolutely incredible. One of my favorite songs I've heard by him. If you like that weird sample-based like Invader Zim core EDM rave music, that's the best way I can describe it. Definitely go check it out. It's so much fun. The next song is Born Money Swag Die by Bajalvin. This song is loud as fuck, and somebody requested this album to me, and I put it on the way to a party. And the first song is like this ambient electronic thing, and so I was like, oh, okay, so it's like an ambient electronic album. So I was listening to it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then it gets to the next song, and the intro kind of connects the first track to the second, which is this one, with the same ambient electronic vibes, but I think like 40 seconds in, it just completely blows out all the speakers in my car, and you hear this like death metal voice like over just like these blown out bass, and it's crazy. It's like, I don't even know, like some Cemetery, Merzbow type shit. I'm not very well versed in like a noise genre, but if I had to compare it to something that I know, it would be that. And it's such a good song, especially if you have really good speakers and you don't have anyone in like a 5-mile radius to scare. Crank that shit up. Like, play it on some fucking SpongeBob jellyfish speakers and go nuts. The next song is Can't Go Back by B. Kool-Aid, Pink Sifu, Ollie, Liv, Butcher Brown, VCR, and Maurice 2. That is 7 fucking people on this 5-minute masterpiece of a song. I can't wait for B. Kool-Aid's album because he hasn't ever put out one before. He's put out like stuff with Pink Sifu and like that type of group of artists, but nothing ever really under his own name. So I think that would be really cool. It's like a jazzy hip hop song. It has 2 parts to it. The first part, I don't know exactly who is who. I think Pink Sifu is on the first part and Liv is on the second part and VCR. Like, I don't really know these people very well other than Pink Sifu and Liv. I think all of them contributed well because there wasn't a single second on the song that I didn't enjoy. I'd say go check it out if you like that sort of Mavi, Medhane, Khalil Blue, Earl Sweatshirt scene. I think they're called the Slums. And I know Pink Sifu has been heavily affiliated with a lot of those people, so definitely go listen. The next song is probably the most popular song on this list. It's The Black Seminole by Lil Yachty.
Now.
Which brings me into Let's Start Here by Lil Yachty. It's not my favorite album of the year. I know for a lot of people it is, just because they haven't heard much else that has come out this year. Like, what's another mainstream artist that's come out with something this year? I don't know. Like, I think this is the biggest. Babytron? I don't know. His album wasn't that good. This is great. Psychedelic rock, amazing instrumentation. Lil Yachty definitely has stuff like lyrically to say, and even the vocals are entertaining. Some people think Lil Yachty's voice is annoying. I think he can get like repetitive and obnoxious sometimes, but on this album, that's not to be found. In the opener, The Black Seminole is a perfect introduction into this world. My next song is Hardcore by Zach Bia and Don Toliver. I've always been a big fan of Don Toliver, and I have heard of Zach Bia before, but I really don't know who they are or what they do. This song fucking slaps. And this is, I think, the first time Don Toliver's ever done anything like EDM, like club music. It's fucking great. I love it, especially on car speakers. This is another one that you really have to play on big speakers because it's fun and you can feel it like in your body as you play it. Such a fun song. Definitely go listen to it if you like house EDM music. And my last song that I'm gonna highlight, I think it's 15, there's 15 songs I'm highlighting, is In the Cut by me, Nerfinator, and NASA. Now, this song is tough because it's not on Spotify. It's on everything right now, and I've been waiting to promote it until then, but it hasn't been on Spotify. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna like pull it from streaming services and try and re-upload it. It's been really annoying trying to work with DistroKid on this. Hopefully it comes out soon, because it is technically out everywhere except Spotify, but I might have to pull it. I don't know, go listen while you can if it's not out when you hear this, oops. But it's a really cool hip-hop song produced by NASA, and it features verses for me and Nerfinator and a melodic sung chorus by me. And I think it is a really, really good song. And that's not even like my ego talking, me tooting my own horn. Like, I put a lot of work into this. It's really near and dear to my heart lyrically, and the fact that I finally got to work with these two people on my own song is great. I love both of them. They've been a huge part of my life, working with them and talking to them in the group chats we are in together for the past couple years. So having a song with Aiden, having a song with NASA, it's great. And the only project I didn't really get to touch on is Ultra Paradise by Angel Electronics, because I can't really pick a favorite song on there. And also, all of the songs released this year, but there were music videos for those songs that released last year, which confuses me. So I just chose not to pick one, and that I would say go listen to all of them because it's a really short album, and it's my favorite album of the year. Angel Electronics consists of Atarook and Ash Nerve. You know, Atarook from Black Dresses, and then Ash Nerve does like video game music. It's my first time I've ever heard of them, but both of them do incredible jobs with vocals, with production, with just energy overall. It's a fun pop punk, noisy album. I think you'll like it if you like Black Dresses, if you like the good side of pop punk music, and if you just like noisy, fun things in general. The only EP I didn't get to touch on is Thanksgiving Square by Paranoid Americans. Definitely go check that out. If you know Paranoid Americans, you know their music really well, and I think this is a step into a really cool direction for them. So that is all of the songs and projects of January 2023 that I have to talk about. So I'm gonna leave links for everything that I talked about in the description so you can go check it out, and I'll leave the full list if you didn't catch up on it in the comment section, timestamps for each. So thank y'all for listening. As you saw at the beginning of the video, it is flurrying, snowing, raining, and icing here in Dallas. So hopefully that goes away soon, but I figured since I have nothing better to do, I might as well do this. So instead of doing the Instagram highlights that I normally do, I'm probably just gonna stick with doing this. Instead, doing like recap videos, because this is probably gonna be like 15 minutes. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you wanna check out the live studio performance and interview I did recently, that's on my page, and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok to keep updated with what else I have going on in my artist life. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.